Right now, I'm working on an electronic breakthrough in our crop dusting subsidiary.
Well, if you're in business these days, you have to keep up with the times.
That's my theory exactly. Now, you see, Steve here uses the old-fashioned method of crop dusting. He'll swoop down over a crop and spray it with an insecticide.
And you're going to improve on this method, Joe?
Yeah, that's got to go. My new idea, I attach this giant vacuum cleaner on the bottom of his plane. He swoops down over the crop. You know what you get?
A giant vacuum cleaner filled with bugs.
Yeah, that too. But with all those bugs, we got the start of a new company. Fish bait business. Later on, I'm going to expand it.
For Mom. I'm sorry to bother you again, but there's something wrong with my Roquefort dressing.
Oh? Let's see. Oh, looks like Roquefort dressing. Doesn't taste like Roquefort dressing.
I can't figure it out. Bobby Joe read me the recipe from the book, and I followed it word for word. Blue cheese, vinegar, olive oil, brown sugar, chili sauce.
Hold it. Brown sugar and chili sauce?
Yeah, that sounded kind of strange to us, too, but that's what it says.
Let me see.
Page 103.
Let's see. 1.5 inches of blue cheese crumbled, tablespoon of tarragon vinegar, 1/4 cup of olive oil. Here we go. 1 cup of brown sugar, 1 cup of chili. Oh, the pages were stuck together. You got in the recipes for barbecue sauces.
Did you have stage fright the first time you sang professionally?
A few butterflies.
I understand this happens to even seasoned professionals. I was reading this article by Helen Hayes, and she said that...
You know, for a sick woman, Mrs. Bradley certainly has a hefty appetite.
Me again.
Say, you do look familiar.
Things are going from bad to worse.
Well, looks pretty good. You got it nice and solid.
This whole dinner's gonna be a catastrophe.
Look, honey, I'm going down to the kitchen with you.
But you're not supposed to get up.
It's not gonna kill me. We'll sneak down the back stairs. I'll give you a hand. Come on.
I just don't understand how I could get this so tough.
But, honey, it isn't a total loss. String is tender.
I didn't mean to intrude, but I thought I detected a need for a little help out here.
Is that ever an understatement? Mrs. Elliott, I apologize. I was silly to think I could fool you.
I'm afraid Steve got a little over-enthusiastic about Betty Jo's cooking ability.
Now, don't you feel bad. The first 3 months that I was married to Steve's dad, I wore out 6 can openers.
You see, instead of being in training with an egg beater and a spatula, she was working out with a screwdriver and a monkey wrench.
Well, that's not bad either. Now, Mrs. Bradley, why don't you get back upstairs to Dad? Well, we're going to show them what this daughter-in-law, mother-in-law combination can do.
But this is supposed to be my cooking. What do we tell Mr. Elliott?
We won't tell him anything. You'll be out here in the kitchen. He'll be in there in the dining room. You will serve him his dinner and let him draw his own conclusions.
But that's great.
But, Mother, Mrs. Elliott, wouldn't that be, well...
Cheating, the word you're looking for?
Yes.
That's what I like. An outlaw in-law.
Well, that was a wonderful dinner. Son, you're just like your old man. You really know how to pick 'em. You know, when I was bachelor shopping around, that was my first requisite, that the little woman would be a terrific cook. Well, son, your mother and I are really looking forward to tomorrow. Tomorrow? Yeah, for the personally conducted tour of your dream house.
From your letter, it sounds like the ideal honeymoon cottage.
Well, yeah, but I don't know about tomorrow.
Yes, with Mom sick in bed and all.
Well, surely there are enough people around here to look after her while we're gone.
Oh, but she had her heart set on going with us.
Donald, why don't we wait till we come back here for the wedding? That way, Mrs. Bradley can be included.
Fine with me. I don't really see the point.
Well, I've got good news for you folks. Mrs. Bradley will be up and around again in the morning. Fortunately, she was only hit by the 48-hour bug.
Well, good. That means we can go ahead with our plans to see the house tomorrow. Isn't it a little out of the way? Well, it's got privacy, Dad. Lots of privacy.
Sure has.
Well, Donald, when you're in love, it doesn't matter where your dream cottage is.
No, I suppose not. Just so it keeps out the wind and the rain. What's that?
Nothing at all. This way, folks. You know, I was just thinking for a wedding present, there might be a thing or two needed for the house.
Yeah, that might be a thing or two, all right.
What's the matter?
I was just thinking, if the earth would only open up and swallow us.
Come on, be brave. I mean, all they can do is hate it. You go first.
Look, try to understand. I know that Steve said it was a dream cottage, but, you know, the old saying, love is blind. So don't expect too much because it's, what's the matter? Oh, it's beautiful. Betty Joe, Steve!
Surprise! Surprise!
Surprise!
Oh, Steve. Oh, Mr. Drucker, did you do all this?
Yeah, darn tootin' we did. For the swellest couple in the valley. Right, men?
Right.
Happy wedding present, kids.
Sam will never be able to thank you enough.
Oh, Sam, fellas, it's just wonderful.
Well, I'll tell you what I think. With friends like you, these kids can't miss.
Oh, just a second. There's one more fella that ought to get credit for helping out on this.
Yeah, well, that's good.
All right, you guys. Let's get with it. We got a job to finish. Well done, men.
Petticoat, Junction.